Lisandro. Okay, good evening.
Good
My name
evening.
is Leandro Vázquez Gaviria. Next, we are going to talk about an activity. Our tutor is Joana Sanchez. My partners now are Álvaro Andrés Murillo and Angélica Joana Toledo. We have an activity about some videos of 11 September. So the idea is to get some information and talk about it. We have to make an oral forum, um, a controversial topic about 9/11 conspiracy theories, and then we have to construct a magazine about it. So
Yes.
the idea is we talk about that day, and I don't know who's going to begin.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Angélica Toledo, like Leandro said before. We are going to explain some points of view about different questions from the ECO activity, from the video that we saw about 9/11. The first question is about could the U.S. Air Force have prevented the attacks? So everyone is going to be the point of view about this first question. I'm going to start. For me, regarding to the videos, yes, indeed, they receive the information. The U.S. Army knew what is going to happen. If they received the information, they should did something, but they didn't. Also, they should intercept the planes. And also, you can question about how it is possible that the airplanes fly without the U.S. Army notices. And also, other question that you can make about this is why the radar did not notice the rarest things about the plane. This is that is what I think about this first topic. What do you think, Leandro or
Yes,
Álvaro?
I think we have to answer. Everyone has to answer the first question and make the point of view, and then we can continue to the second question and like this. I don't know what you think.
Yes, indeed, it's a good plan.
And you can be that person who asks the question, Angelica.
Yes, I can do it. Don't worry.
Okay, so let's begin doing the first one. And you can answer first, and then I can do it, and then Alvaro, don't forget introduce yourself to the Skype connection.
Okay, my name is Álvaro Andrés Murillo. I could the use Air for have prevent the attack. If I could have done my own, uh, what did there I haven't attended momentary before I had caused for most shows. Uh, no more.
Okay, like Joanna said, my point of view, they already knew it about that attack. I think they believe they weren't able to do it. Is what I believe. USA never believed that any country could become a world because they believe they are so big. They have a lot of army. Um, Another thing is while the four airplane, the big one, American airplane, they change the course. You know, the U.S. sends some airplanes to follow, and even in Changville, there were some person who said that when the airplane go fall down, in the back is coming a airplane from USA. So in my point of view, USA knew about it. That's it. What do you think, Joanna?
Yes. And what do you think, Alvaro?
Mm, no, Angelica, you.
I already answered the question. I
Yeah.
already I
So we
did.
can continue with the second one.
The second? Okay.
Yes.
Well, the second question is where the Twin Towers, the Liberty delivery demolished by explosive? Were the Twin Tower delivered demolished by explosives? My answer is it looks like that yes, the Twin Towers were deliberately demolished by explosive, especially when the architect said, and I quote, we looked at everything possible thing we could think of that could happen to the building, even to the extent of an airplane hitting the site. So they already did a perfect building to prevent all the possible things that could happen, and this is one of them. No, think about maybe if one plane hit the tower, what is going to happen? They already knew about that, and they already make some uh, plans about the structure of the tower. So if all was considered in the building of this tower, how it is possible the tower fall apart? Besides the way it did. It seems like the explosion was for the ground, not for the middle. Specifically, talking about the place where the plane crashed. Other interesting thing is about the thickness of the core structure. I don't know if maybe you understand what I say because
No.
it was a
Illness,
little confused.
illness is like a pain.
Thickness is like the structure the when you build when you build a house you
Mm-hmm.
use different things to do it. And one of these is the structure of the house. Yes,
Mm. Sorry, this in Spanish is columnas.
yes, sí, sí, yes,
Okay.
it's columnas.
Thickness.
Oh, yes. So what I was saying that is this building was made or was built in with good structures and with also uh, things. I forgot the name, the specific name, and it is difficult to understand that this magnitude of this tower fall apart with only one plane crash for one side. Yes.
Okay, yes. Can you repeat the question, please?
Were the twin towers the Liberty demolished by explosive, or maybe for
Okay. You know, in my case, when I watching the video, um, person who works in the two towers, they were saying that like 4 weeks ago, before, sorry, um, there were some people working inside. I don't know if you remember.
yes,
So anyone knows about it. Anyone knows who or what are were they doing. But it's so strange because when the explosion happened until it was in September, no? Until December, the NASA make a temperature picture. Do you remember? And the temperature picture was more than 2000. It means that something happened inside the constructions, because if it wasn't, it wouldn't be cold. So there was a little comparison about how a controlled demolition is. You know, they put in a diagonal way is called candle trick. It's the form that the demolition is, and in the tower, the two tower happen the same. So it's two coincidence, no? How the tower go down. Another thing is when the airplane is stuck in the tower, the people around can hear some explosion. You know, even in the third explosion is the seventh tower. People and the video, you can hear some explosion, and anyone's know about it. Why? After the airplane did like 8 or 9 explosion. So it's maybe, I don't know, it's maybe so double thinking about USA make that happen. Do you know how much money the insurance paid to the owner to that catastrophe? A lot of $millions, because he have a very nice insurance. So there are a lot of stranger things that happen around that disaster. Okay, Alvaro, what do you think to the second question?
Okay, my ask on this question is one of the close argument in favor of the conspiracy theory has been that the Twin Tower did not collapse by the collision of the airplanes, nor the suited fares, but that chance and what was produced, the collapse violent in wall attracted demolition. And this is my point of look.
Okay.
Okay, something else about what you were saying, Leandro. Other thing that I saw in the video was about the columns, like 3G, I think is called it, 3H, and something in another, and it's where the damage, but the steel is standing. The tower was were damaged, yes, but the steel was standing.
Yes.
Also, in the direct part of the explosion was different from the crash.
Mm-hmm. And you know what happened first? You know, the two tower was constructed at the same. In the middle was a base. It was the base. It was who controlled all the tower, and around it was a how do you say, a squad? It was a squad. So when it happened the crash, you know, the antenna was the first who fell down. So it's so strange if the airplane go by the one side, and how can people explain that the middle of the tower was the first who fell down? It's something that any person can explain.
Yes, and
Something
also,
weird.
and yes, and also because in the beginning of the video, the person who built he owned the building, the real estate of the building. They were telling about this maintenance of this building. It was too expensive, and it's better if the building doesn't exist. So maybe that could be one of the reasons.
You know, there was a point, I don't know if you two know about it. You know, the problem of the asbestos?
Yes. Yes, I
Do you
remember. I
remember
remember that.
how much millions of dollars had to spend to repair the asbestos in the tower? The asbestos, you know, the asbestos make cancer.
Yes. I hear. I watched something about that here in Colombia, and also with the government in a fight between the ambientalists and the government. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are going for the next question, or do you wanna
Oh,
keep talking about this?
we can continue.
Okay. The third question is were some people forewarned about the attacks? So I remember that yes, for example, Colonel Mars, who was to his superior, he is Arnold, for authorization to intercept the airplane, but was too late when his superior answered, so he couldn't did anything. The top commander in charge, General Ralph Eberhart, he was made aware of the first hijacking practically at the same time the American 11 slashed into the North Tower. He practically ran away and also knew Donald Rumsfeld. But the curious things about this is all these people that knew about the attacks uh, start to turn off the cell phone and go to different locations to and they couldn't make difficult the communication with them. So they were the person who have to give the orders to stop the attacks or give some orders about what about the situation, but they disappear. They practically run away about the situation. So this is very strange also.
Yeah. I think it's little complicated because um, you know we know that there are a lot of people involved, even in the airplanes. And so difficult for not just for USA. For it's very difficult to any country to get a plane down because there are a lot of person size. So I think they believe that they could handle the situation, but they never believed that the kidnappers were to uh, killing people. I think they couldn't control the situation. Alvaro.
Okay. If it was warned 4 months before about the stream of Osama bin Laden, again the United States around the video and could have been negligent by for investigating entities of Estados Unidos and should not derive and dressed by building is a provident and relative harmless.
Yes, but it's strange because we are talking about USA. We are talking about their unit of the state armed forces. they control everything. They have eyes in all the in all the world, you can say that. And also they know about they had awareness of the planet attack methods. So it's very difficult if you are going to say that they didn't know, or they maybe they couldn't do something about, because they have the technology, they have the armament. So if you don't do anything, is what are you doing? I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you are police, or maybe you were police, but I know that Alvaro is police. Is a policeman. Maybe from his perspective, he could say something about this. This is possible that maybe in Colombia happens something like that if the police or the force, the army force, don't do it anything.
The police in Colombia is very difficult investigation. Is very difficult. For technology is very basic. Is basic or medium.
Okay, forget about Colombia, but USA is different. USA have a lot of technology, a lot of money to invest in weapons, in all kind of
technologies.
yes.
I think they work. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they worked together, because they know it was like a Pearl Harbor attack. They know that people were going to die, the kidnappers, the killers. So I think they knew a little part. So it was too huge. No, the attack so big. So
Yes.
I think yes, I think a coincidence, because the army know about it in all the world. So how can I explain anyone know? How can I explain they couldn't do nothing? I don't know. I can't believe it.
Yes, because they have bases,
Yeah, base.
bases in Iraq, at Iraq, and all these uh, Middle East countries. So you can know about this with time. I don't know, with some research or in field. And also, I think this was an opportunity for USA. I don't know, maybe with this they are going to resolve some problems, some economic problems, and and also this give the opportunity to start a war in
Yes.
with other countries for whatever reason. And I don't know.
Yes, maybe.
So the next question is: was the Pentagon really hit by an airplane?
So, Joanna, how many questions you have?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's a good. Okay, answer the question.
Okay. Well, I think that the information is not clear, to be sure, but following the videos, it seems like it was planned, like we were talking about. For example, the circle made by the airplane is too perfect. You could think that everything should be damaged and destroyed for the impact of the plane directed to the Pentagon. No, you can think that. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but also according to the reference, the columns 36, 3H, and 3G were damaged, but still standing. With that impact, all the structure must have been falling apart. it seems like it was something else what caused the explosion, not the airplane. Also the same theory about the Twin Towers. And having the reference, and having this reference and all the espionage movies, I don't know how to say that word. It looks like a controlled explosion inside the building. That is my theory.
Okay, what do you think about the Pentagon? I'm completely sure that it wasn't the airplane they were talking about, because one, the hole was so little big. I'm sorry, the hole was so small to the big airplane. You know, the part of the airplane, they weren't in the front of the structure. So another thing, you know, the videos. Do you remember about the video when that happened? The two cameras were not at the same time.
Yes,
So
we're
it
different.
happened like, yeah, it happened like a person manipulate the tape. There were 100 cameras, and you know how many were just working? Just two cameras. People can understand why. From 100, just were two cameras.
Yes, and we are talking about the
So
Pentagon.
weird. Yes, it's so weird that anyone can take about it. So, do you remember the word in the wallet? It was like perfect. Do you remember? It
Yes,
was like a round perfect. So it doesn't happen when a crash happens. So it's something that people can understand. Alvaro, you continue. Alvaro, about the Pentagon.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, okay. Listening.
Okay. Remember question?
was the Pentagon really hit by an airplane? An airplane.
The Pentagon, for me, is not derived for airplane. For me, is missile.
Okay, maybe it was what I believe it was a airplane, but a small one. No, no, the one that we're talking. But the question is where are the real airplane? If they say the big one, the 747 airplane from American Airlines, uh, was the crash, but it wasn't. It just maybe it was a little one, a smaller one that they talking about it. Okay, Angelica, you can next
Continue?
question. Yeah.
Okay. Could the attacks have been prevented?
What?
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Going to repeat the question. Could the attacks have been prevented? I
Okay.
think that I know that is going to sound repetitive, but I think with all the technology the US government has, that must have been prevented. They have the great armament and nation security development. It is unclear what happened, but they did receive the information. They have a great armament in nation security. Sorry, it's the same. Uh, but I think that especially with the different flight radars and all the control they have, they have to know it. They have to know what is going to happen, and also in some critical points of the city, like the Pentagon, like the Twin Towers, and other the places that this happens. So maybe they could do it, but there is this other reason, another reason for maybe they didn't.
Yes, I think they could do it, but they didn't want it because was the perfect answer to begin a war. After that attack began the war. Even I don't know, many persons from Colombia were there in that war. So they could do it, but didn't imagine maybe the army didn't imagine that it was so huge. Maybe a bomb, maybe a attack a little one. I think they didn't imagine that Osama was going to create a attack with 4 airplanes because there were a lot of persons who died in the attacks.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Could the attack have been proved if there had been better attention in the terms of the security of an entire country?
Yes, it is difficult to know the truth, but I think that maybe intercepting the airplanes or using, I don't know, to 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 lead them to other direction, maybe that could save so many lives. Um, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the story it will be different.
In that time when happened that the catastrophe, it was so easy to get into United States. Anyone could do it. Anyone could go to work. Uh, Imagine how how the time has changed now. It's so difficult to be with paper, being legal in USA now. In 2001, it was so easy. Anyone could get by airplane or just by road. So it was so easy. I think it was so easy to to Bin Laden to do that attack.
Yes, yes. And now entering the United States is difficult. Mm. Now you can see in the news the problems with the immigrants,
Yes,
and also the constantly they start a war with Middle West. So this was, I think, it was an opportunity to expand, maybe control some areas, and to build a growing economic for them.
yes, maybe. Okay, let's do the next question because look the time. It was
Okay,
so fast.
okay. The next question is: was 9/11 caused by American government on purpose? I think that we already answered this question when
Yeah.
we're talking about, but I don't know if you
Maybe
wanna
the
say something else.
no, maybe the next one.
Okay, was Osama bin Laden really captured and killed? You can go on.
uh, you know, I don't know if I'm wrong, but it happened the same that Pablo Escobar in Colombia. Everyone, all the world, just watch a face. Uh, but I live in Colombia and I don't really sure that that was the man. Happened the same with Osama. USA say that they killed him. They say that they finished all that group, but we don't really know. Maybe in my brain, there are a lot of ideas about it. Maybe he's just relaxed. Maybe America pay a lot of millions just to make the Osama just go away. I don't know. I don't really sure about it.
Well, could be two reasons. One is a complot about with them, and so they were together in this, and so they think that it's better he disappeared. But I think that the way USA see the world, uh, easily they could kill it. Maybe yes, maybe he's dead because when you are talking about the army in those countries where you can see in the news a lot of people dying, and also died for for shoot from the army, is a possibility that he was killed in first instance. So maybe because they were a little flustered and angry about the towers and all what happened in 9/11.
Yes.
Okay. That Osama bin Laden is announced on May 2, 2012, when a elite unit of the United States and armed for killer the Osama bin Laden, and President Barack Obama published medium informing of the night of the May 2, small special operation termed the Hat Killer Bin Laden.
Okay, but I think that maybe he was killed in action. I know that the lack of physical evidence is difficult to say that yes or not, but I think that U.S. government has to do something, has to prove that they have the control, they have the, the power to make the people, I don't know, they have the control over it. They have the control over the things.
Yes. They can do whatever they want.
Yes, I think that is like that. So if they did, that was for make a point of view to say we can do it, we can enter to your country and do whatever we want because we have we have the economical resources to do it, to do it, and also because they were attacked, so they have to defend themselves. In all the movies that you can see about the U.S. Army and the wars about one another is about the saints, the pride for being American, for being North American.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, we almost on time to finish our talk about this event. So thank you for this time. I know that it's difficult to us to express ourselves because there is a lot of new words that is difficult to pronounce. And also, I know that we are improving our English, so we are going to increase and to be better in the future.
Yes, you know, thanks to the UNAD and to this topic, because before of this topic, I just believe there was an attack and no more. Before this topic about 9/11, and I didn't know a lot of clubs, a lot of stranger things that happened. It just happened when I watched the videos and I was reading about it. So there is something that I know now thanks to the UNAT. It was
Again,
very nice. Yes.
it was the same for me. It was many of theories that I didn't know and I didn't even think about it. But it was a good opportunity also to practice on, like I said before, new words that is sometimes difficult to
Yes.
organize and pronounce. Yes. So thank you for your time, and maybe that's it. We're going to finish now. Are we going to finish now? Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if Alvaro wants to say something.
Like
Okay.
you.
Okay. No, no more. Okay. I think it's good. We did good because we just be free and it's some time. I think it's good. I'm
Yes,
going
yes.
to make a stop. Okay.
Okay.